Hi everyone, welcome to my new blog. So if you've watched my last video, then you know that I was planning on doing videos on fun facts, and I was planning on sharing fun facts with you guys for I was planning on making like a series out of it. But I had a slight change in agenda because my uncle made a special request to do a video on textile because he's a textile engineer. So I still plan on continuing the fun facts videos, but since my uncle did a special request for this video, so I thought, why not do a video on the textile industry. So in today's video, I want to share with you guys the next big thing in the textile industry, and that's smart textile. Now, before we move on or we get into smart textile, let's lay down the foundation. Like, what is textile? And answer that question first. So, textile is basically any type of clothing or any woven fabric. And textile is an essential part of our life because, well, we wear clothes every single day. So it has become an essential part of our lives. And the textile industry has really developed along with the different technologies in our world. Like if you compare the clothes from a long time ago to now, like a long time ago, people used to use animal skins to make their clothes. But now we use traditional, like what should I call it? Like natural fibers. That's what I wanted to call it. Natural fibers like cotton, and we also use synthetic fibers like polyester. So we have a mix of both. So the textile industry has really developed along with the new technologies and along with the world. So I want to welcome you to the world of smart textile. So when you think of smart textile, I want you to think that what if it was possible to have clothes that don't just make us look fashionable and keep us warm? What if we had clothes that were smart? I want to welcome you to the world of smart textiles. So, what are smart textiles? Smart textiles are basically normal clothes, and smart textiles is basically when we take normal clothes and we embed digital components into them. So when I say digital components, I mean things like sensors and electronic devices. So basically, smart textiles are when we take normal clothes and we embed digital components in them. So, like, if you were to take like a quick example, then you could think of, let's say, for example, a suit, and that suit would have kind of sensors inbuilt into it. And when the wearer would walk outside, then the sensors would be able to sense the temperature of the place the wearer is in. So that would be an example of smart textile. Now, smart textile is divided into two parts, and they are passive smart textiles and active smart textiles. So passive smart textiles are basically smart clothes that can sense the change in environment. And this is an important part. They can only sense the change in environment. And active smart textiles are basically smart clothes that can sense and respond to the change in environment. Now, the big difference between passive smart textiles and active smart textiles is that passive smart textiles can only sense the changes in the environment, while the active smart textiles can actually sense and respond to them. So if you are a little confused, then let's take an example to understand this better. So an example for passive smart textile could be the example I gave earlier, the suit. Like the suit example that I gave earlier, where the sensors on the suit could sense the temperature change in the environment, but they can't do anything to respond to the temperature change. Now, an example for active smart textiles would be, let's say, I suppose you could say like a shirt, or like, I don't know what you call those. Like, I'm trying to think of a suit, but it's not exactly a suit. So I'm just going to go with shirt for now. So a shirt that can sense the amount of ultraviolet rays outside when the wearer walks outside wearing the shirt. So, and then the shirt can actually alert the wearer by emitting some sort of noise, or maybe like a flash of light or something. So that would be an example of active smart textiles. Smart textiles can be used in various industries such as fashion, healthcare, and sports. An example of smart textiles being used in the medical sector would be the smart glove, which is used to monitor patients with the Parkinson's disease. And we can use smart textiles in the sport industry. Well, this will actually be very beneficial for the athletes. An example of smart textiles in the sports industry a very good example would be the uniforms of winter athletes. So nowadays, the uniforms for the winter athletes. They are being made by using smart textiles, and so these uniforms, they can be the temperature of these uniforms can actually be controlled by the person who's wearing it. So this is very good for the athletes who participate in winter sports. In fashion, smart textiles can be used to create clothes that can change color depending on their environment, and change like the texture of the clothing depending on the temperature. So that would really benefit the fashion industry. And they can also be used to react to sensory elements such as light and sound. Like if there's a lot of light, then the dress can change color. Like, that was just an example. So I believe that smart textiles are going to be the next big thing, like I said earlier in this video. And I think smart textiles can really help us in various different sectors. And I think that we've just brushed the top of smart textiles. Like, we can do a lot more with it, and I believe that we are going to do a lot more with it in the future. And people are going to keep innovating and coming up with new ideas on how to use smart textiles for the greater good, or for the good of the community and the society. So I believe the smart textiles can lead us to a very nice and easy life. Smart textiles are being used in a variety of different products right now, from smartwatches to smart clothes. So as technology continues to advance, we can expect to see a lot of different applications of smart textiles in our day-to-day lives. And like I said earlier in this video, I believe that smart textiles are the next big thing. Thank you for watching today's video. If you liked today's video, remember to subscribe and leave a thumbs up. I will see you in my next video, and stay tuned. Bye!